Alright, so a basic little overview of these hammers. I mean, you look at them. This is your 16 ounce. This one, 20 ounce. They have one size heavier, and this is, I believe, the smallest of the hammers that they make. This is your what you would consider like a standard. Now, I'm not going to consider myself an expert on hammers, since I am just a low volt electrical tech. You know, we don't really use hammers a whole lot unless all we're doing is just trying to hammer something in. But normally we don't deal with nails. We deal with screws. But in this particular situation, I do use my hammers quite a bit here in the workshop itself. But yeah, as far as it goes, they're really well built hammers. The grip on these feels really good in the hands. You know, you use a traditional hammer that tends to be a wood hammer. Not granted, this is tiny, but you use a traditional wood hammer. If you don't really take good care of the grain in the wood, eventually you'll start getting splinters and stuff from it. You won't have that problem from these. They're pretty inexpensive. I think they're like, I don't know, anywhere from $8 to $12 for the 16 ounce hammer. They're pretty inexpensive for a hammer. They're nothing crazy. I think the Milwaukee tends to be about 20 bucks or something for a hammer, if not even higher. And it's honestly the exact same thing. There's not a whole big difference. The coolest part about them is, you know, they do have the ability for you to put a nail right here, and I'll kind of show you how that works. It's pretty neat. It's getting more standard across the industry. Everybody's more using that now, but I mean, as far as it goes, they're really cool, and I'll nail in a few nails and show you guys just how they work, and I think you'll like them. Alright, so just like any old standard hammer, if you were going to go ahead and put it in, you know, goes in just like any old hammer. I mean, it works fine for that. Like I was going to tell you though, it does have this pretty cool feature right up top. So what you want to do is you want to make sure the top of this, now this granted is just a screw. I don't have a nail here for an example. So, but you want to make sure the top of the head is flush inside of this little groove, and then that magnet will actually hold that perfectly in place. You'll be able to take it up to your board, hammer it, and then it stays in. And then from there, you know, you can hammer it on. Which this is a screw. That wouldn't do us much good, would it, guys? I would need a screw gun for that, which I have plenty of screw guns. It is, you know, 20 ounces, slightly more than a 16, 4 ounces. It is kind of substantial. With my smaller hands, I find that it's a lot easier to use the 16 ounce hammer. That's just me. To you, you might like the 20 ounce. You might like just having a lot more power in your swing. Me personally, I like more control because I kind of suck with my accuracy with hammers. So I don't use them very often. Like I said, I use a lot of screw device as far as pulling out nails. Now these are flooring nails, so I'll probably have a really hard time trying to get these out for you guys. Yeah. Let's see if I can, okay, there we go. Let's see if I can't get it out. Oh, okay, nope, came right out. But you know, just like with any other hammer, you could get up under there and use the head of it to kind of scoop it up. It's coming, it's coming. I gotta do it for the video. Come on, guys. That one's stuck in there good, but just like with any other hammer, they come out. It's hard to say a whole lot about a hammer. You know, I mean, it is just a hammer after all. But it is made by our favorite company, RYOBI. So, they're cool. If you're just looking to add some more green to your wall, definitely worth the money. Could not complain. I think the most important thing about these hammers that you'd probably want to know is they do have some sort of a coating on them. I don't know if it's a coating or if it's a type of treatment to the steel, but I mean, you can see how it all looks banged up on the end. When you feel it, it does still feel flat. So it's really not damaged so much the hammer, it is just, it takes that pretty coating off there. It's probably something that they're doing on their tools just to kind of make them stand out a little bit more, make them seem like they're a lot different than the competition. But like I said, at the end of the day, they are both just hammers. They both put in nails, they both pry out nails, they both bang things in that needs banged in. They are just hammers. So my whole purpose of me doing these videos on these hammers today is my buddy Frank off of RYOBI Rebels. If you haven't liked the page yet on YouTube, on Facebook, please go do. It's a great page. Got a lot of great people in it. Yeah, the whole reason I did the review on these today is because my buddy Frank on there was curious about buying the hammer and just kind of wanted a little overview on it, just to see what it was he was buying. So I hope that helps you out, Frank, and tells you whether or not you want to purchase the hammer. I like them. They get a 10 out of 10 for me. But the truth is, could I go pick up another hammer and like it just as much? Absolutely. It's a hammer. But there is one reason that I like this hammer more than any other hammer. And I think we all know what that reason is. Look at the beautiful green. The green construction. It's of the highest quality nature. No, but I mean, it is a great hammer. I love them. They do good for me. So if you guys have any questions about the hammers, maybe something I didn't cover, I'll gladly let you know. I'm going to be doing more videos as always. I got a couple options I can do on my next video. I can do the 18-volt chainsaw. I can do the 18-volt lawnmower, 16-inch blade. I could do the weed whacker. I have a specific weed whacker. I'll leave it down in the description on what weed whacker. Actually, I'll go ahead and leave all of them in the description. And you guys can pick which one. If you want to just leave it in the comments and tell me which one you want me to do next, I'll jump right on it as soon as I can. Most likely tomorrow I'll post my next one. So do your, I tell you what, do 1, 2, and then 3. And then I'll go in that order. If whoever gets the most, I'll go in that order. Thank you, everybody.